Hey Judah Nation, this is Bishop, and I wanted to come and just talk to you just for a brief moment. We are living in uncertain times, but the Bible still says there's wisdom in a multitude of counsel. And I'm telling you, I have been counseled by everybody I can think of from every spectrum of life I can think of that could bring me any kind of wisdom or understanding at this time in our nation. It's difficult. Decisions are difficult. And I don't want to continue every week wondering, are we having church in the auditorium? Are we not having church in the auditorium? Are we going to do it this week? Is it next week? I don't want to do that any longer because I feel like it creates such an unstable environment for us as a church. Some of you may not know this. We have been impacted by the COVID-19 virus here in our church. Several people have gotten it. I've prayed for them in the hospitals. I've spoken with them over phones. I've stayed in contact with them. They're following protocols. And even this Sunday, we could have service. But I just want to stand on the side of precaution. I'm not perfect. I'm like everyone else. We are pastors. I am a pastor. My instinct is not how do I keep people out of church. My instinct is how do I get people in church? And so you have to know that there's an internal struggle with me on keeping people out and yet the desire to bring people in. I do know this. My greatest desire is that people are ministered to, blessed, encouraged, uplifted, and better because of Judah than they were before they encountered Judah. And so for that very reason, I have decided we will not have any services that are live in any capacity as Judah Church during the month of July. We will be back the first Sunday of August. We will make sure that our ministry continues into your homes, into your families, into your lives, as we have every week during this pandemic has started. But I believe for the safety of the saints, for the safety of the community, I believe it is best that we stay online with our ministry and with our services for this point. You say, Bishop, thank you for being concerned about us, but what can we do for Judah? Well, you can do two things for Judah. Number one, stay faithful in your giving, your tithes, your offerings, your blessings. Stay consistent. We have to have it. Just because the crowd is not here does not mean that the bills just magically disappear. They don't. Please stay consistent with Text to Give and Judah.cc, giving online, those platforms. And number two, you can take whatever we do on these broadcasts and share. Take the gospel that we're presenting. Take the word and the worship and put it as much as you can all over your social media platforms. So I want each member of Judah to know this. We love you. Pastor Kendall and I, the staff, the leadership, we miss you. We want to be with you. That is who we are. And we want as many back as we can, but we don't want you here under two circumstances. One, sitting in fear when you ought to be standing by faith. And we don't want you here at risk and you don't even know you're at risk. So we're going to remove those two things. I'm going to remove the fear of being here and not being able to worship freely. And I'm going to remove the risk of you being here and not even realizing you might be being impacted by this virus. I ask that you pray for me, pray for this staff, and pray for this church, that God will continually use us, even if it's on a streaming format, to change, challenge, transform lives. I love you, Judah, and I look forward to seeing you live the first Sunday of August. God bless you. And keep praying for us. God bless.